everyone, I'm Daniela and welcome to a special Canada Day edition of Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making the classic Nanaimo bar. What's a Nanaimo bar, you ask? It's a layered bar cookie with a crumbly chocolatey base, a smooth custardy filling, and a beautiful layer of chocolate on the top. These bar cookies have sometimes been called a New York slice or a London fog bar, but they come from Nanaimo, BC, so Nanaimo they are. This is a no-bake, so you don't even have to turn on your oven. Let's jump into the recipe. See the description below for a list of ingredients. I've lined a 20 centimeter square baking pan with just a piece of parchment. No need for butter in this recipe. Let's set that aside, ready for our base. I'm using 235 grams or 2 cups of ground digestive biscuits, but you can use graham cracker crumbs instead. Give these a good blend until they're a sandy consistency. I'm using 50 grams or half a cup of walnuts. You'll want these finely chopped, so I'm just going to pop these into the food processor with my biscuits. Into the mix goes 85 grams or 1 cup of desiccated coconut. Give this a quick pulse just to incorporate it all together. Set yourself up a double boiler. Make sure your water is at a gentle simmer, and then into your bowl goes 115 grams or half a cup of butter, 50 grams or a quarter cup of sugar, and 38 grams or 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. We want this to melt together until it's smooth and velvety. Once you can feel all of the crystals from the sugar have melted, it's time to add in your egg. The egg needs to cook just a little bit, so stir it on the double boiler for about 15 to 30 seconds. While your chocolate mix is still hot, switch to a spatula and add in your ground biscuit mixture. You want to make sure to stir that thoroughly until every single bit is covered in that chocolatey goodness. Once it's combined, pour it into your pre-prepared pan. It may be a little bit crumbly, but you'll notice as you start to push down with a spatula that it really comes together and forms that biscuity base. We'll let this cool slightly while we prepare our custard buttercream filling. Cream 60 grams or a quarter cup of butter until it's nice and smooth, and then stir in 30 grams or 2 tablespoons of custard powder. I'm using Bird's. Once that's nice and smooth and creamy, add in 245 grams or 2 cups of icing sugar and 44 milliliters or 3 tablespoons of double or heavy cream. Keep stirring until it forms this beautiful thick buttercream filling. This is what it should look like. Dollop your custard filling all over your biscuit base. Then carefully try and spread out your custard without lifting up too much of that biscuit. Don't worry if you do, it's still going to taste amazing. The buttercream can be a little tricky to spread, so sometimes I like to use the back of a hot spoon just to help it where it's going. Make sure to get it into all of the corners and all of the edges, keeping your layers smooth and even. Chop 115 grams or 4 ounces of semi-sweet or dark chocolate. Add it to the bowl of a double boiler over a low simmer, along with 28 grams or 2 tablespoons of butter. When all of the chocolate is melted, pull it off the heat and let it cool to room temperature. Once it's about body temperature, pour it over your custard layer and spread it all out so that it reaches the edges. I like to finish mine with some flaky sea salt to elevate the flavor. Now let this chill in the fridge for about 2 hours until that chocolate layer has set up. And then with a sharp knife, cut your Nanaimo bars into your slices. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've loved this recipe. Let me know one of the specialties from your country down below. And if you love this Canadian treat, check out my butter tart recipe here. And make sure to hit that subscribe button right down there. See you next time.